All right, this should not take us 10 minutes, but someone kind of keep an eye, just, can you guys see the time there? If we go, like, I can't have 15 minutes, anything over that, it won't upload. Okay, so homework, number 1. Let's see, I took 1.08 and I multiplied it by 9.3 and I ended up with 10.044 times 10 to the negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. However, this is not in scientific notation, right? Because this is bigger than 10. So I had to move the decimal over once to the left or add a decimal place, which requires me to add a positive 1. So my scientific notation answer is 1.0044 times 10 to the negative 5th. Right?
Mm-hmm. Instead of multiplying or x multiply the negative 3 plus 3 times 0, and then I added.
You did negative 3,
plus 3,
which is negative 6.
Plus 2.
This is a negative 3.
Yeah, minus negative.
No, minus is when you divide. You subtract when you divide, you're adding.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's when we subtract. This is when we subtract. Am I right?
Yeah.
This is when we subtract exponents. Here, if the base is the same and I'm multiplying, I add them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. How do we do on this one?
Can I go on my log?
Yes. Go. Are we good on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2. 2 times 8.1 is 16.2. Negative 1 and negative 4 equals negative 5. So 16.2 times 10 to the negative 5. But 16.2 is not in scientific notation, correct?
Yeah.
Because that first number is supposed to be, what do you need, Cameron? What's going on?
No.
Why are you tapping him?
I was telling him this one was.
Okay, let him check it. Okay? So I need to add a decimal place. 1.62 times 10 to the negative 4. Are we good here? Okay. Number 3. 2.32 times 4 equals 9.28. That's good. That value is great. Negative 6 plus negative 5 is negative 11. So you should have 9.28 times 10 to the negative 11. We good? Okay. Number 4. 3.48 times 9.8 is 34.104 times 10 to the 3 plus 4 is 7. However, I have to move the decimal back, like move the decimal over 1, which is adding a decimal place. So I have to add 1 to that, which makes that 10 to the 8th. Are we good?
Yeah.
How are we doing on this? Minus 0 so far. Shows it. Awesome. Are you guys just not awake yet? Because I just have a lot of like glazed over eyes. Okay, that's good. Okay, jumping to number 9. Let's see. 4 divided by 3.66. This was not a nice decimal. Some of you guys gave me 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places. That's fine. Just so you know, on your test, when I set up a quotient like this, it'll divide nicely. You won't have some kind of crazy freaking decimal, okay? It'll be something nice. No more than like 2 decimal places, like a 2.75 or something. So I just said this is about 1.102 times 10 to the 8th. If you gave me 2 decimal places, that's fine. Don't count it wrong, okay? Number 10, also, you had to round. So 9 divided by 9.24 is a 0.974. Negative 5 minus a negative 6 becomes negative 5 plus 6, which is 10 to the 1st. But this number is too small. I have to move it over once, so I'm taking away a decimal place. So 1 minus 1 is 0, so it becomes 9.74 times 10 to the 0. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Number 11, 8.42 divided by 5 is exactly 1.684. I didn't have to do any rounding there. 3 minus 2 is 1, so the answer is 1.684 times 10 to the 1, or 10 to the 1st power. 8.9 divided by 8.4 is it's about 1.0595. 6 minus 6 is 0. So this is perfect. I just rounded it to 2 decimals. It's about 1.06 times 10 to the 0. So how do we do on those?
Good.
Good? Okay. Number 13, I had to take 8.9 to the 4th power. 8.9 to the 4th power, I'm distributing that power, and I'm also distributing that 4 to the 5 times 10 to the 20th. So I ended up with 6,274.2241 times 10 to the 20th. I had to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 times. I'm adding 3 decimal places. Makes this 6.2742241 times 10 to the 23rd. If you rounded this to 2 or 3 decimals, I would be okay with that. Does that make sense? How many of you guys rounded it? Did anybody round it? I'm okay with that. Again, on your test, when you take your test, you won't have these long decimals. I won't do that, okay? All right, number 14, I have to distribute this -6. So 4 to the -6 power is 0.000244141 times -5 times -6 is 10 to the 30th. Again, this number is too small. I have to make it bigger. I'm moving the decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places, or I'm taking away 4 decimal places. So I have to take away 4 from here. Becomes 2.44141 times 10 to the 26th. Okay? So how do we do on that first half? Good. Any minus zeros? Awesome. Any minus 2 or less? Minus 2 or less? Golden. Did you mess up on the, you did the opposite? Okay, so just watch for that. Totally fine. At least we know what you did, right? So just watch for that. Okay, the last 4 should have been pretty quick and easy for you. You had to write this in scientific notation. 6 times 10 to the -6. Write this in scientific notation. 5.4 times 10 to the +6. Write this in scientific notation. 0.09 times 10 to the negative. This was 10 to the -1, so 0.09. Did anyone say that this was a -4? Okay, if you thought it was, that would be 0.009, but that's fine. And then this is 10 to the -1, so I end up with 0.2. Okay, how do we do on this?
Good.
Good? Feel good about it?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure your name is on it, and I want you to pass these in. Actually, will you collect them for me?
Yep.
Levi's going to walk around and collect them. This one I'm going to collect just so I can see your work. So make sure your name is on it. That'll help. And then today, we are going to do a 7.1 through 7.4 review worksheet. Now, I made sure that this worksheet is heavy on lessons 7.1 and 7.2 because that's what you guys needed the most help with because I wasn't here for those, right? I also will post what? Answers. At what time?
3.
Yeah, I will post the answers to this review at 3. Why?
Did I get everyone?
Because I want to make sure that you guys know what the heck you're doing because we have a quiz tomorrow, right? So I'm going to post the answers so that way you can check your work and make sure that you're doing it right. If you have a question about something, get on that go-to-meeting tonight so you can say, hey, Mrs. Bischoff, I missed number 5. I don't know why. Either you're doing something crazy or I'm doing something crazy. And let's talk about it so we can get it figured out. I had 11 students last night on go-to-meeting, which was awesome. So that way I was able to like reteach that 7.1 and 7.2 with some of the 8th graders that needed the extra help. So I'll post the answers at 3. However, am I going to collect this worksheet tomorrow? Yeah, it is due tomorrow when you come to class. Are there 2 M's in that? Is that right or what? Wrong?
That's good.
Okay, good. It's due tomorrow. Whether it's wrong or not, I don't care. Due tomorrow. So you're going to do what with it tomorrow when you come in? Because I'm not going to be here. Say it, Missy. Put it in the period 2 tray or period 4, 5, 6, whichever class you belong to. Okay, so you're going to turn it in tomorrow. If you don't turn it in, what is it? Late. If you don't turn it in tomorrow, what is it?
Late.
Am I going to accept an email that says, Mrs. Bischoff, I forgot to turn it in? Okay, just checking.